Good morning YouTubians, it's Kermit's Ghost, you can call me Alan. Today I'm going to take a look at number 26 on the cult movie poster. Now for those unfamiliar with the cult movie poster, I'll show a photograph of it up here somewhere. It lists the 100 cult movies that you should see before you croak, I guess. This is number 26 from 1983, directed by Peter Yates, the man behind films like The Deep and Innocent Man. It's a science fiction fantasy swashbuckler with a runtime of 121 minutes. It's Krull, so let's pop this in the player and see what it's all about. The film stars Ken Marshall as Colwyn, Lisa Anthony as Lisa, Freddie Jones as Yana, Francesca Annis as Widow of the Web, Alan Armstrong as Torquil, David Batley as Ergo, Bernard Bresslaw as the Cyclops, Liam Neeson as Keegan, Todd Carthy as Oswin, Robbie Coltrane as Run, Trevor Martin as the voice of the Beast. The film opens with a large rock floating in space heading towards a planet called Krull. Now narration brings the audience up to speed with the story of a beast who plans to invade Krull with his army called the Slayers. But there's also a prophecy about a princess that will become queen and rule with a king over the planet, and their future child will eventually become ruler of the galaxy. So the once divided planet of Krull come together and unite to fight the impending invaders, putting their differences aside to form one kingdom. Now during the wedding ceremony, the castle is attacked by the beast's army, the Slayers, and the old kings are killed, and the future queen is kidnapped, leaving her husband unconscious. Also looks as if the Slayers have advanced weaponry using swords with added lasers. When the new king awakens, he sets out on a quest to find her and kill the beast while he's at it. Now he meets up with a character called the Old One, which is a wise man who tells him that he knows where the queen's been taken and what they should do to get her back. So the old man tells him that his first task is to climb this mountain and retrieve a magical weapon that he will need later on in his quest. And it just so happens that this star blade thing is sitting inside a pool of lava that he has to put his hands in to retrieve it. Meanwhile, the kidnapped queen is told by the beast that she's become his bride and rule alongside him. Having retrieved the object, Colwyn makes his way down the mountain to start his next quest, but suddenly there's a ball of fire from the sky which lands near them, hitting a pond and turning into a man. He announces that he is Ergo the Magnificent and attempts to cast a spell on the two onlookers, but manages to turn himself into a goose instead. He walks off into the forest and sees the Cyclops there and decides it's much safer to stay with the two adventurers and joins their quest. Well, it isn't long before they're set upon by a horde of robbers led by Torquil. Now, after a discussion, they decide to join forces as well. The next quest takes them to a wall which they must walk through to seek out a blind magician on the other side. He shows them a vision of the beast, but the beast is too strong and he sees them and stops the vision. So the magician tells them he'll show them more in a safer location and leaves with them. Later the group are set upon by the Slayers, but the Cyclops from before reappears and fights them off, and you guessed it, he joins the quest. Well, further on the group start to sink in quicksand, but they do work as a team to free themselves, but unfortunately they do lose a man. Well, during the commotion, the magician, while sitting on a log, is attacked by a duplicated imposter that has black eyes, so he must be evil. Then whilst left behind, the Cyclops sees the real magician reappearing from the quicksand, so he quickly runs ahead to tell the group of the imposter. Now during the struggle, King Colwyn gets stabbed. With the imposter soon dead, the wise old man tells them he must have been a changeling. Further on we find the next quest is for them to visit a dangerous creature, but the old man insists he goes on alone to face it, and the group make camp, and one of Liam's many wives brings food from a nearby settlement. The old man enters the creature's cave and is met by a huge spider's web. But he's not there for the spider, but he's there to meet Eliza, the widow of the web. It's just a few minutes to get there before the spider is released, and that is where I'll leave the story. So did I enjoy Krull? Well, yes I did. I do like a fantasy film, and as I've said before, I do enjoy road movies even if they are set on foot. This has got elements of Lord of the Rings and swashbuckling films like Robin Hood. The characters are varied and interesting, as well as the story. I didn't feel that the film lagged at all, and it is 121 minutes. I would give this film a solid 7 out of 10. And for a movie that managed to lose money at the box office, that's not bad. So do you agree with my score? Have you seen Krull, or do you plan to see it? Leave a comment down below. I will get back to you, I promise. Give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? And on that note, all that's left to say is thank you for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.